Lisa Marie Presley, the iconic daughter of Elvis, left a lasting mark on music history. Kirstie Alley, beloved sitcom star, became a cultural touchstone with her unforgettable humor. David Bowie, chameleon of rock, reshaped pop with his daring personas. Norm Macdonald, deadpan comedian, left a legacy of sharp, understated wit. Shannon Doherty, teen idol turned actress, sparked both fame and controversy. Jerry Springer, talk show king, turned daytime TV into a battlefield of raw confession. From the moment Marshall Mathers stepped onto a battered stage in Detroit's 8 Mile, the world saw a relentless wordsmith, a man who could turn pain into punchlines and chart-topping verses. Yet behind the razor-sharp rhyme was a private life strained by the very spotlight that made him a cultural symbol. The first person who shaped that tension was his mother, Debbie Mathers. Interviews and court records reveal a tumultuous relationship, a teenage mother battling addiction, a son who grew up shuttling between shelters and the streets. When Debbie sued him for defamation in 2002, the lawsuit became a public spectacle, turning family grief into headline fodder. The courtroom drama stripped away any myth of the invulnerable rap star, exposing how fame can amplify personal conflict into a national conversation. Eminem's breakthrough came through a partnership with Dr. Dre, a mentor whose own rise from the West Coast mirrored Marshall's hunger. After the 1999 Slim Shady EP caught Dre's ear, the two forged a professional bond that would launch the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP. Their collaboration was documented in countless interviews. Dre praised Mathers' work ethic, while Mathers repeatedly credited Dre with giving him a platform beyond Detroit's underground clubs. The mentor-protege dynamic highlighted a second layer of pressure expectations from an industry that now saw him as a product, not just an artist. Family entered the public arena again when Mathers married Kimberly Scott in 1999. Their volatile relationship, punctuated by the infamous Kim track and the 2000 assault conviction, turned private disputes into chart-topping controversy. Court documents show that the assault charge stemmed from a domestic incident, and the resulting probation sentence reminded fans that the lyrical aggression on stage could have real-world consequences. Their divorce, remarriage, and second split were chronicled in tabloid headlines, each episode reinforcing the idea that his personal life was a consumable narrative for the masses. Behind the scenes, manager Paul Rosenberg acted as both business architect and confidant. Rosenberg's interviews describe a friendship built on shared Detroit roots, yet also a professional relationship that demanded relentless touring, promotional cycles, and strategic releases. When Mathers entered rehab in 2005, Rosenberg publicly announced the hiatus, framing it as a necessary pause for health rather than a career setback. The decision illustrated how even strategic management cannot shield an artist from the physical toll of constant performance. Fans, the third pillar of his public image, have been both saviors and critics. Concert footage and fan-generated social media posts demonstrate an unyielding devotion. Crowds chanting, "Lose Yourself," at stadiums worldwide, thousands gathering for surprise appearances. However, The same audience that lifts him also scrutinizes every misstep. In 2002, the Parents Music Resource Center, PMRC, filed a complaint against the clean version of the Marshall Mathers LP, arguing that the album glorified violence. The ensuing debate in congressional hearings forced Mathers into a role he never sought, the spokesperson for a genre accused of harming youth. The clash between fan adulation and civic backlash underscored the cost of a polished public persona. Rivalries added another dimension to the pressure cooker. The feud with Benz O'Connor in 2002, amplified by a series of diss tracks, turned personal animosity into a media circus. Legal filings show that the conflict escalated to a lawsuit over defamation, settling out of court. While the public consumed the drama as entertainment, the legal documents reveal how lyrical battles can translate into real-world liabilities, reminding Mathers that each line carries contractual weight. Collaboration offered both relief and renewed scrutiny. Working with pop icons like Rihanna on Love the Way You Lie and Ed Sheeran on River showed Mathers' willingness to cross genre boundaries. These tracks, documented in studio session photos and press releases, expanded his audience, but also invited criticism from purists who accused him of selling out. The tension between artistic evolution and fan expectation became a recurring theme, illustrating how fame forces an artist to constantly negotiate authenticity. The personal cost of relentless output manifested in health battles. In 2007, Mathers was hospitalized for an overdose after a period of intense touring and recording. Hospital records and his own statements confirm that the incident prompted a temporary withdrawal from the spotlight, and his subsequent recovery was marked by a series of sobriety pledges. The episode, covered by major news outlets, reinforced a narrative. Behind each platinum record lies a body pushed to its limits. Yet, even as he grappled with private demons, Mathers continued to shape cultural discourse. His 2010 Recovery album, debuting at #1, was framed by critics as a redemption story. Interviews with music journalists highlighted the album's lyrical focus on mental health, addiction, and self-reflection, positioning Mathers as a spokesperson for a generation confronting similar struggles. The album's commercial success proved that vulnerability could coexist with mass appeal, yet it also intensified the expectation that each new release must mirror his personal evolution. In recent years, Mathers has embraced a more subtle public presence. Social media posts show him supporting charitable causes, donations to Detroit youth programs, advocacy for gun control legislation after the 2021 shooting in his hometown, and participation in virtual concerts for pandemic relief. These actions, verified by non-profit filings and press statements, demonstrate an ongoing effort to leverage fame for communal benefit, even as he remains guarded about his private life. The relationship chain that defines Eminem's story, mother, mentor, spouse, manager, fans, rivals, collaborators, and critics, creates a mosaic where each figure reflects a facet of his public image and the hidden price of that image. The narrative does not end with a final curtain. It continues in studio sessions, courtroom testimonies, and the quiet moments between verses. As long as the world listens, the dialogue between the polished symbol and the human beneath it persists, reminding us that fame can amplify both triumph and tragedy. Eminem's career, now spanning over 2 decades, stands as a living conversation with the legends who preceded him. The same forces that turned Lisa Marie Presley, David Bowie, and Jerry Springer into cultural icons also shape Mather's ongoing journey, a reminder that every public figure carries a private cost, often invisible to the audience, yet ever present in the rhythm of their lives.